Are you looking to craft that perfect prompt? Well, that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. My name is Harrison Painter, your Chief AI Officer, and this is your video of the day. All right, this is a continuation of part 2 from yesterday's video. And if you haven't seen that, make sure to go back and watch it. It is an extremely valuable video for beginners. I discuss 4 of the common mistakes that people make when they get started in prompting and the 4 ways that you can improve and prevent yourself from making those mistakes. So make sure to go back and check that out. In today's video, we're going to discuss crafting that perfect prompt. So let's get started. I am going to give you kind of 3 ways to nail this perfect prompt, if you will. And keep in mind, right now, we're just being generic. We are not being industry specific or task specific here. I just want you to practice and play around with it and have some fun with it. The magic is in the details and in the context. But remember too, and I do need to say this, AI is not perfect.
Oh, well, pardon me, Mr. Perfect. I guess I forgot that you never ever make a mistake.
It does hallucinate. It is, again, taking from those billions of words, not all of those words were full of truth. So whatever you pull out of ChatGPT, you need to take a little bit of extra time and make sure that that information is accurate. So while it does speed up the entire process, do not let it make you lazy. Always verify the results before you take that and publish it or post it or do anything with it, because it can give you some hallucinations, which are just random information that's not even relevant to what you're trying to accomplish. So just understand that. Now it's getting better and better and better. But look, it's just good practice to go in there and verify everything, right? So on a basic level, let's just say that you want the first prompt that comes to your mind is write about a dog. Pretty vague, pretty vague. It's going to give you this very vague story. Spice it up a little bit. Craft a prompt. Tell me a tale about a surfing golden retriever in California. Now you've given it quite a few data points to play around with, right? You have a specific dog as a golden retriever. You have a specific activity, which is surfing, and a specific location, which is California. And you told it to tell you a tale. So you're going to have a story that's very specific, that has some detail, and you're going to get a much better result than just tell me a story about a dog. So that's the most basic of levels. Now let's get a little bit warmer. Let's ramp it up a little bit. And I love this tip. This tip right here is worth you watching this entire video. Now, I am smart in certain parts of my life, like most people, right? And there's other parts of my life I'm just not as educated on. I was never amazing at math and science. This is why I'm not a big coder, right? I understand the job of the data scientist. I understand what the coders do, but I'm not a coder and I'm not a data scientist, right? But I like to understand how things work. So let's just say something like quantum mechanics. Can anybody out there tell me how quantum mechanics works? Maybe if you're a geek or a scientist or something like that, right? But the problem is when you do ask those folks, typically they're going to give you an answer that's very hard to follow. They're going to speak well above your head. And either you're just going to sit there and nod and act like you understand what they're saying, or you're going to feel stupid or foolish because you don't understand it. This right here is $1 million tip for you. You can go in there and say, explain quantum mechanics to me like I'm in high school or 8th grade or a 5th grader, whatever that takes, and it will break down something as complex as quantum mechanics into a very simple and easy story where you understand at least the basics of what it is and what it means. You can do that with anything. It's just really amazing. So, the solar eclipse, explain the whole pattern of the universe to me like I'm 5 years old, and it will do that for you. So that's a very valuable tip. I use that all the time, and I'm not ashamed of it. This is $1 million tip, baby. Sometimes I just need to drink milk and be spoon-fed. Don't judge. Let's talk about a more pro move here, a pro tip. So instead of talking like a broad, again, being too vague, so something like, talk about AI's economic effects. That's a loaded question, right? How's it going to impact the economy? What industries is it going to impact more? I mean, you could just go on and on, right? But you gave it this very vague kind of prompt. So instead, try something like this. Dive into how AI is changing healthcare in Europe over the last 10 years. Again, specificity, literal, you're going to get a much better result. So dive into how is AI changing healthcare in Europe, and how has it changed it over the last decade? You're going to get a very good, very specific result from that. So I hope that this helped you a little bit. Take these tips, go over there to ChatGPT, start inputting them, get a little bit of practice. It just takes practice. Ask better questions. And if you get stuck, here's another $1 million tip. I use this one all the time too. Have it ask you questions. Here's the result I want. I want this result. What questions should I ask you to get there? That's a pretty powerful tip right there. I use that all the time too. Not ashamed. Well, our time together today has come to an end. Thank you so much for tuning in. Leave a comment, get in the conversation. Did these tips help you? Did you find them valuable? Do you have some tips that you can share with other people in the comment section? Let's help elevate everybody and make sure nobody gets left behind. My name is Harrison Painter, your Chief AI Officer, and until tomorrow, God bless you.
In the race for success, small businesses need more than just speed. They need supercharged innovation. And what's the key to that innovation? Artificial intelligence. Introducing AI for Small Business, your roadmap to fuel innovation and amplify profits by Harrison Painter. This isn't just a book, it's your gateway to the future. Dive into easy-to-understand AI concepts, real-world success stories, and a step-by-step guide that transforms the complex world of AI into actionable strategies for your business. Whether you're an AI newbie or tech-savvy, discover how to streamline operations, boost productivity, and skyrocket your profits. Don't watch the AI revolution from the sidelines. Grab your copy of AI for Small Business and turn the page to a more innovative, profitable future today. Available now on Amazon.com.